Hey there everybody, Crazy here. This video is a little bit different, but it is actually about a topic that I'm very passionate about. And that is Friday the 13th, the video game. This is a game I used to play a lot, and I even played it before playing Dead by Daylight, which if you don't know is my primary content on this channel. Anyways, I was a very big fan of this game, so this news I'm about to tell you is very sad for me to hear. And that is the fact that on December 31st of 2023, the game's license will be officially expiring. Before you get confused, this is not talking about what happened already, which was them not being able to do content anymore because they lost the license. This is actually a license to be able to sell the game. So yeah, on December 31st of 2023, the game will no longer be available both physically and digitally, which is pretty crazy to hear. Luckily, I do already own it, and if you don't, they actually are dropping the price of the base game to $5, and the price of each DLC to only $1. They do also say that if you already own it, or are somebody that are rushing to buy it right now because of this news, all they say is that it will at least be available to play up until December 31st of 2024. So there is a possibility that next year it could potentially no longer be available to play, I guess, even if you own it. I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to here, and I do hope you could at least still play the offline content, like private matches, offline with bots, and the single player missions. I would hope you would still be able to do that, but I cannot say for sure. They don't make it abundantly clear in this post, so it's not too easy to tell. And while this is very saddening to hear, there might be some good news. According to RelyOnHorror.com, the composer of the original Friday the 13th movies apparently said during a get-together that they are working on a new game, but not with Gun Media. This article claims that this past weekend they went to a trip to Camp Nobi Bosco, which if you don't know is the actual camp Crystal Lake. There's a real life Camp Crystal Lake because it's actually a functioning camp. There was basically a reunion there, and the writer of this article, William Lockwood, apparently was able to speak to Harry, the composer, and he says here that it will be produced by a different company other than Gun Media, and will apparently feature more realistic looking characters, and done in a different style from the other game. Which makes me wonder if this could maybe be a single player Friday the 13th game. And this definitely sounds very exciting. I will say though, be sure to set your expectations, because while this website does seem fairly credible, this is only from word of mouth. We don't have any actual official statement from the composer, and only have somebody else saying that they heard them say this during a get-together. Not to say that the site is not reliable, but all I'm saying is it is good to take this all with a grain of salt and to set your expectations accordingly. There is, however, something people can get excited about, and that is the Peacock Friday the 13th prequel TV series. And yes, I do know this is kind of older news, but my channel didn't exist at the time when this actual project was announced, so I did think it was still worth covering on my channel. So yeah, if you don't know about this, it's going to be produced by Brian Fuller and A24. If you don't know, A24 made a ton of different crazy good horror movies like Midsommar, Hereditary, The Witch, Lighthouse, Pearl, X, so many good movies. By the way, sorry if you heard that, there's thunder outside. And yeah, it's I'm very excited for this. I'm a very big fan of A24. And I'm very curious how they're going to do this as a prequel series. I'd imagine it's probably going to be based around Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees then, which I am certainly not disappointed about because I think she actually is a very interesting character. Anyways, that's basically everything. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe in the fog.